On his start yesterday.
It was an unusual results-wise in terms of the balls they got hits on. 3 of the 4 were homers. The other one was a single to Rice that, could have gone either way on a ball to second base. So I think the story of the day was he got ambushed early, then he sprayed it a little bit, and then he locked it in like we know and love. And, just came out of it, not feeling great about his outing. We probably feel a little bit better about it just because we know the randomness of performance. But I thought for him, given that it was his first time on 5 days, it was going to be an abbreviated start to begin with. Getting us, through 6 innings was important. The home run, it will be the blemish on the day, and he's going to go back to work to try to make better pitches to Goldschmidt for one, but really their lineup as a whole when he sees them again in 5 or 6 days.
Let's talk about some of your hitters, because you said, some guys had to step up with Gleyber Torres out of the lineup. And Zach McKinstry started to put together some good at-bats in the month of June, drawing some walks, getting on base. And AJ, we're seeing those line drives that we saw last year that really kind of hadn't been there for much of the year. He's really worked hard to get to where he is, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been a positive player, and he was in a pretty deep hole, and he still is statistically, but right. from a contribution standpoint, he's doing a lot of really good things. I mean, he's playing all over the field. He is putting the ball in play a little bit. The ball on the line has been good. He's running the bases aggressively. He's contributing, and which was a struggle for him for the first couple of months. I mean, it was not himself. He was not really being a factor. He was rolling the lineup with different things. But seeing him regain some of his form has been a very, very, very big positive thing for us. And one of the reasons that we have a winning record in June, I know every loss feels magnified, but the reality is we've had a successful June to date. We have a couple more series to continue that trend, but we've done that largely with Z-Mac and a few others contributing.
Hao-Yu Lee, 2 for 3 with a 4-pitch walk in there as well yesterday, showing some nice range at second base. I like his actions at second. Just very smooth there. You like him at third as well. Can you just talk about, because we talked about this with Drew Summers, and you mentioned Hao-Yu Lee. Sometimes that trip back to the minor leagues helps, but he really looks like a contributor right now.
Yeah, patience, I think, with him, and he's having a little bit of patience with his own performance, and all that's leading to better outcomes. He's getting pretty good pitches to hit. He's hitting the ball hard. He's doing things that, quite honestly, we've witnessed the entire ascent to the big leagues, and now he's getting some opportunities, and he's learning this level. He's learning these pitchers. He's basically going through what Kevin went through in April, where he's just now brand new to the league, and he's learning how to do it. I like the battle mode that he gets into. I love his competitiveness. His turns have cleaned up at second base. His awareness on the bases have gotten a little bit better. It's like, I don't want to sound like, too...
Hit high and deep, on its way. Towering 3-run home run, Kyle Schwarber in a mammoth way. 29th home run of the season for Schwarber.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's just incredible.
And Jack Caglione goes into the water again. That is his 2nd home run of the game and his 4th of the series. That was launched.
Still going. He ran out of room again.
Add another homer to it. A 2-home run day.
A phenom for St. Louis. A star in the making.
Backing up is Walker, and he is at the track, and he jumps, and he makes the catch up against the wall.
Jordan Walker robs Perez of a homer.
Stanek pumped up. Everybody pumped up.
Thomas moving back. Still going. Leaping. Oh, he caught it. Oh, my goodness, he caught it.
That is ridiculous.
Colby Thomas is one of the best catches I've seen at this ballpark.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
In a multitude of roles as a starter and having to be a little bit more creative with his pitch count, having to be a little bit more, aware of his, the way he uses his pitches, he's continued to evolve into a pretty good pitcher. So I love his mindset more than anything, and his belief that his best is good enough.
All right, AJ, thank you.
You got it.
Tigers manager AJ Hinton, stay with us. We got more to this on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Diamond, flawless clarity, exceptional color saturation. I value this at $4 million.
Nailed it. That's the top prize in the new Gem series of instant games from the Michigan Lottery. 4 glittering tickets with precious gemstones, diamonds, topaz, emeralds, and rubies, with $203 million in total prizes.
Where did you get this?
Party store around the corner.
I need to make a stop.
The new Gem series of instant games from the Michigan Lottery. It's sparkling fun.
For everyone.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Matt Vierling here. You ever hear a sound and immediately know your day just got expensive? That right there, that's the sound of a bad day. Look, on the field, I'm prepared and ready for anything. Off the field, I'm the same way. Because repair bills don't ask permission, they just show up. That's why I have CarShield. Coverage options that help with costly car repairs.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Stop in at Jack Demmer Ford today. This month, Ford AZ customers can get a 24-month lease on the 2026 F-150 Super Crew 4x4, $389 a month with $2,759 due at signing. Includes $1,000 bonus cash, $1,250 open trade assist, $1,500 renewal conquest, and renewal always on ICI $750. Offer ends July 6th. Visit jackdemmerford.com or discover the Demmer difference at Jack Demmer Ford on Michigan Avenue, a mile and a half east of I-275 in Wayne.
Jeff Reagular with Around the League from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Big B Coffee, the official coffee of the Detroit Tigers. Man, it's been a rough season for the Los Angeles Angels so far. Through 82 games, the Halos are 14 games under 500. They're going nowhere fast and will likely be sellers at the deadline. So, again, it's been a rough season for LA, but at least last night was fun. Angels hosting the Orioles, bottom of the 10th inning, 6-6 game. Logan O'Hoppe dug in, looking to be the hero and send everyone home happy.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
How can you go from one world-class athlete to another through some of the bravest acts of social protest in the world of sports? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
That's not even just running. That's like, you know, the discus and the hurdles and all of these things. He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay. Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector so that he could roll it, slow it down, stop, back it up, see how he's working his foot like this without burning the film.
So are you telling me that this is the first instructional baseball video out there?
In other words, he was the Tom Omansky of the 1920s.
And this is not all he's done, right? I mean, we're talking about the fact that he is huge in amateur baseball, right? And a big proponent for the Olympics.
Very early 30s, he started championing to get baseball into the Olympics, and he finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held, you know, in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes, a request that the United States refused to follow.
We sent over Jesse Owens. We sent over Jewish ball players, and we sent over Mac Robinson. Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Well done. Wallside, 1-800-521-7800, or go to wallside.com.
Now, back to the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. From the field, brought to you by Meyer, official partner of the Detroit Tigers.
Tigers fans, welcome to our From the Field report. I'm Carol Wolfbauer, and a special guest joining us on the broadcast today, Ben Malgiri. And Ben, these last few days, I can't even imagine the excitement based around your family making your major league debut 2 days ago. What have these 48 hours been like for you?
It's been a whirlwind for sure. Like, there's been a lot going on, but I'm trying to just take it in and enjoy it as much as possible. You know, it's great moment after great moment, so I'm really just taking it all in right now.
Especially day one, I cannot believe the calmness you were able to bring to the plate. The very first pitch off Rodon, especially someone with so much major league tenure. What were you anticipating in that first at bat?
I was just, staying on the fastball, and he gave me one. So, just sticking to my approach and playing the game that I've been playing since I was 5 years old.
Did anybody, AJ, any other guys give you advice as you're getting ready for that first at bat?
Yeah, I mean, all the guys were very welcoming. They made me feel like a part of the team from the second I got in this locker room. So that definitely helped with my, I guess, demeanor in the box and just being able to stay calm.
Mm-hmm. And you got to be a part of spring training at certain parts this year, too. Did that kind of help give you some confidence for the other day?
Yeah, definitely. Just being familiar with the guys in the locker room helped 100%. It was, spring training was a great experience, just getting familiar with AJ, with all the other staff, with the guys in the locker room. So it definitely helped to get that experience for my debut.
And AJ had mentioned to the media the other day that you're a great puzzle piece that you can help unlock against lefties. What do you think has been contributing to you being able to perform against lefties like you have been?
Just sticking to my approach. I did a lot of work in the off season, knowing that, that could be my role, hitting off lefties. So just, seeing a lot of lefty shapes off the machine, using the traject down in Toledo, getting ready. So just being ready for the moment and sticking to my approach, playing the game that I've always been playing my whole life.
How do you stay to that mentality to keep playing that game? How do you not let the game get too big?
Just simplify it. There's thousands of fans in the stands. It's my first big league game. It's on national television, whatever it may be. There's a lot of factors, but at the end of the day, it's still the same game. He's throwing a ball, and I have to hit it. So I think
to be in the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Leading off against the lefty Brandon Williamson is O'Neal Cruz here. Oh my. Fly ball, right center field, and O'Neal Cruz with his first Cruz missile of the year. Off the lefty, Brandon Williamson. Cruz crushes it. Pirates get the run back. They lead 6-1.
That's a beautiful thing. You ride it out for times just like that. It's just a special talent. It comes together like that. You're very thankful because he can change the scoreboard.
Garcia hitting 8th in the lineup for just the 3rd time this season.
This one squared up out to deep right. Marshbat looking up. It's out of here. A laser beam for Louis.
About 8 rows deep into the seats over the big wall in right field. Garcia got a changeup he could do something with, and he crushed it. An impressive line drive shot over the big right field wall. About a half dozen rows up there, too. Some distance, 427 feet. That one was in the zone. He crushed it. What a sweet swing.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
And the best-selling Toyota Tacoma. Now through June 30th, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Tacoma. Plus, up to $1,000 APR cash on Tacoma hybrids. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. APR cash must be applied to deal. Or take advantage of a customized lease just for you. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Swing, there's a drive to left. That one is long.
126 years of baseball tradition continues.
And it's gone, a home run.
Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Corwell Health, Fago, The D Las Vegas, Northville Lumber, Feiger Law, Comerica, McLaren Health, Wallside Windows, Rocket, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Fly ball left field. It's deep. It's got a chance. And it's gone, a home run. Javi Baez, two-run shot.
With the call of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Dan Petrie.
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Yeah, I was worried about his left-handed wrist, but it appears Austin's okay.
Rowdy Tellez is a big man with a big personality. He's a playful guy, and that's Rowdy saying, hey, man, I'm getting out of your way.
Nice play,
JD.
JD. What a catch. They probably stuck with the pine top.
No kidding. Look at this guy.
I mean, it comes off the screen, and he just barehands it.
You can see a lot of different characters at the ballpark, and this week brought out some of the best.
I just hope that whatever was going on with that hot dog, that dog now owned that hot dog. I have not seen a cup on the bottom of a spike.
This is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
Osuna gets one into the cone.
So look up and look out.
That bat exploded, and the Mariners haven't blown it up.
Florida man's a real thing, Wayne.
Tarps off. Freebird time in Bush.
Fantastic entertainment. Hats off and shirts off for the top defensive plays of the week.
Towards the side rail, he crashes into the wall, and he made the catch.
Another stop by Peraza, throw from his back, and he got it.
Now, look, if you dare, I shall not drop the ball.
Church is gonna make a diving catch.
Holy smokes, what a catch by Julio Rodriguez.
Into the dugout, flips into the dugout. Did he hold on? He did.
How about that?
Taylor Trammell. Doing the catching, batting ninth, Christian Vasquez. For the Tigers, leading off, the designated hitter, Kevin McGonigal. Batting second in right field, Kerry Carpenter. Doing the catching and batting third, Dylan Dingler. Batting fourth in left field, Riley Green. Batting fifth at third base, Colt Keith. Batting sixth at first base, Spencer Torkelson. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Zach McKinstry. Batting eighth in center field, James Outman. And batting ninth at second base, Hao Yu Lee.
Pitching matchup is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. For all the latest offers, go to Toyota.com. Troy Melton makes his sixth start for the Tigers. Tatsuya Imai is on the mound. He's been terrific in Japan. He's had his struggles in the U.S. for the Astros. Astros took 2 out of 3 from the Tigers
last week in Houston. Game time weather brought to you by Clean Express Auto Wash, the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers. Fast, easy, clean, and free vacuums. Dan, I would take this weather. We've had an unbelievable homestand weather-wise. Mid-70s, low humidity. And I'll take this all summer long if Mother Nature's willing to comply.
It's been beautiful. And you're right. It's that low humidity. It's nice and warm, but low humidity. It's spectacular.
Keys to the game brought to you by Rave Associates, proud distributors of Bell's Brewery, founders, and Long Drink. Let's talk about the keys for Troy Melton. This Houston offense can be very streaky. Haven't done a whole lot in the month of June. Their last 10 games, they scored just 37 runs. But, man, there are some threats here and some guys who are heating up like Loperfido and Pena and Paredes this month. Keys for Troy Melton to have a good start.
Yeah, you know what? I always think about, you always have to circle Yordan Alvarez, a Triple Crown threat right now in the American League, and always kind of know where he is and try to keep the guys off base in front of him. But you go through, and like you said, there's some danger in there. There's some pop in those bats, but I still think that whatever you can do to limit Yordan Alvarez is the big key. Just keep him quiet.
He was 4 for 13, 2 doubles, no walks, and no home runs in that series in Houston a week ago. Pena, Alvarez, Paredes first to face Troy Melton. Tigers come in with a record of 34 and 46. The Astros 39 and 43. They've won their last 4 series. They now get ready to face the 25-year-old from Newport Beach, California, Troy Melton. First pitch of the game is a fastball up and in, and the first pitch is challenged.
Catcher shouts to the ball ball.
Dylan Dingler challenging the first pitch of the game, and he is correct. How about that?
I am not messing around. I don't care if it's the first pitch of the game. I know it's a strike.
That's right.
It's amazing.
So good at it. Now swing and a miss to Jeremy Pena, and he quickly falls behind. No balls, 2 strikes. 5 for 14. He was a tough out in Houston with a home run. Again, the Tigers did a good job against Alvarez. Right-handed batter, open stance, bends at the waist, hangs out over the plate. Fastball up at 98. 6th start of the year for Troy Melton, as we mentioned. And, Dan, it's really been a good collection of starts. We're throwing out the Minnesota start. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball away at 95. Wipes out Pena. Hot, humid night. The ball was flying. He gave up 4 home runs. In the other starts, Dan, he's gone 5 2/3. He's gone 6 innings. He's gone 7 innings. He's gone 8 innings. And he hasn't given up more than 2 runs in any of those starts. He's been terrific.
He has, and that's what makes him so tough is that 6-pitch mix. He's got the ball going in all kinds of different directions at different speeds.
Yordan Alvarez takes first pitch fastball 98. Ooh, he's feeling it out of the gate. Average fastball is a tick under 96. He's already clocked in at 98 a couple of times. Shadows and sunshine early. The strike 1, swing and a miss. Working up the ladder a little bit, 0-2.
He had that pitch to Jeremy Pena. It came up as a cutter at 94, a four-seam fastball at 94, and I think it was a cutter.
I think you're right.
I really do. That's how much he's feeling it right now, and he's throwing hard, and even the cutter's got movement.
0-2, swing and a miss, cutter 95 under the bat of Yordan Alvarez, so you're probably right on that pitch to Pena.
Yeah, that
95
one was even,
on the cutter, Dan.
That was a little bit more, a little bit extra. But yeah, that's got good movement to it. That four-seam fastball's got that ride with that extension and that short arm swing of Troy Melton's, and then that little cutter. Boy, that's good. That's nasty stuff.
95, that's 4 miles an hour above his season's average. Fastball away at 99 to Isaac Paredes. Hot out of the gate for Troy Melton. First pitch strikes are a big point of emphasis for him today. Fastball low and away. Paredes hitting 248, 3 for 8 with a home run in the series in Houston last week. First pitch today brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Hitting 248 with 10 home runs. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball at the belt. That fastball is looking a little different tonight, Dan. It's got a little hop at the plate.
Well, I mean, that's a 2-0 four-seam fastball that just says, here, I'm going to challenge you, and I'm not sure Isaac Paredes was that close to it.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Another wicked cutter at 95. So you've got the roof line shadowed from the first baseline all the way to the pitcher's rubber. So the cleats of Troy Melton are in shadow. The rest of the body is in sunshine. The 2-2 swing and a pop-up. On the infield, Zach McKinstry will come into the left of the mound on the grass and make the catch. And that is a fine start to the game for Troy Melton. A couple of strikeouts, a pop-up. Tigers bat in the bottom of the first. Scoreless for the Astros.
Hit high and deep, on its way. Towering 3-run home run, Kyle Schwarber in a mammoth way. 29th home run of the season for Schwarber.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's just incredible.
And Jack Caglione goes into the water again. That is his second home run of the game and his fourth of the series. That was launched.
Still going. He ran out of room again. Add another homer to it. A 2-home run day.
A phenom for St. Louis. A star in the making.
Backing up is Walker, and he is at the track, and he jumps, and he makes the catch. Up against the wall.
Jordan Walker robs Perez of a homer. Stanek pumped up. Everybody pumped up.
Thomas moving back. Still going. Leaping.
Oh, he caught it. Oh, my goodness, he caught it.
That is ridiculous.
Colby Thomas is one of the best catches I've seen at this ballpark.
Insurance broker and people strategy partner. Davey Tree and the Detroit Tigers are excited to present triples for trees. 3 trees planted for every Tigers triple this season. That's 99 trees and counting.
On the outside corner, the Tigers are facing, in his first year in this country, he's been terrific in Japan the last 3 years. Tatsuya Imai, the 28-year-old from Japan, making his 11th start of the year. It has been a wild ride up and down, swing and a miss. So we are going to be keeping track of sliders and splitters because by StatCast and Baseball Savant, they are all called sliders. But we got the inside scoop from our buddy Steve Sparks next door, the old knuckleballer. McGonigal takes a pitch low and in, that they have the same movement profile. And that in his last start, when they were all called sliders, and it's the pitch he throws most often, half were actually splitters. That was inside information from the Astros.
I think they've missed a couple already, to tell you the truth.
Well, everyone's going to be called a slider.
They have been.
Everyone will be called a slider.
Yep.
And then we have to figure out based on spin. And we've got an army of people on this. Which ones are splitters and which are sliders? The 1-2 is swing and a miss. The slider splitter. Until further notice, we're just going to say slider splitter because it is interesting, Dan. Sparky was telling us that the slider is a backup slider. For him, that means a slider that instead of if you're facing home plate, you think of a slider going kind of right to left, right? Depending on the tilt. And he said his actually goes the way the seams move through the air grabs the seams and moves them the other direction. So the backup slider looks just like a splitter, meaning down and away from a lefty. Fastball in to Kerry Carpenter, ball 1.
Yeah, that last slider looked like it had a little dot to it, like it had that slider spin to it, but boy, it sure does look like a split finger.
The 1-0. Kerry Carpenter swings at a fastball and fouls it out of play. So the numbers in 10 starts for Imai. This is a guy who for the last 3 years had a 2.30 ERA, low walks, high strikeouts in his last year in Japan and 160 innings of work. So far here in 10 starts, just 41 innings. Fastball up and away, 2-1 on Kerry Carpenter. Walk rate is the big problem. His first pitch strike rate is terribly low. His walk rate's over 5 per 9, and his strikeout rate, you're going to see swing and miss today. We've already seen it. His strikeout rate at 10.5 per 9. The 2-1s, swing and a miss. The slider splitter up. The 2-2.
Yeah, he's coming off of an outing, last outing, 6 innings, where he struck out 11 Guardians, and that's a team that doesn't strike out much. No walks and 11 strikeouts. That's probably one of his best outings of the year.
Imai into his motion, the 2-2. Check swing bouncer past the mound, charging barehanding. Paredes will field and flip over to first. Slider gets Kerry Carpenter. You can tell the difference between the two pitches by the spin rate. AI can't, because AI's never seen a baseball game before. It's just reading the movement profile. But the inside information from Steve Sparks is, if it's 1200 range spin rate, that's the splitter. Over 2200, that's the slider. But it's a pitch that he throws a lot, both of them. First pitch in the dirt, slider down and away from Dylan Dingler. Righties, lefties, he's much tougher on righties so far this year. Lefties have hit him for higher average, and he walks lefties at a much higher rate. Quickly 2-0 on Dylan, who's hitting .267. He's having a monster month, 18 home runs, 14 of those against right-handers. The 2-0. Up and in. Misses again with the slider. It is interesting, Dan, how that slider, it's a backup slider every time.
It's like a sinker. It's got that arm side run to it. It's crazy.
The 3-0. Up and in again. He missed with that same pitch 4 times, and it was the slider by spin rate. First inning today is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumberyard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. That brings up Riley Green. So righties 190, no power. Lefties have hit 250 with a little bit of power. And again, they draw a lot of walks, so that gives them the big edge over righties by OPS. First pitch to Riley Green, swinging a soft tap foul down the first baseline. It's a good arm. Got a fastball in the mid-90s. He just... he favors the slider splitter more than anything. Pena's right up the middle at short. Jose Altuve at second, shades way over toward the hole. The strike one. Swinging a pop foul out of play. Man, that tells you a little bit about the fastball. That was center cut on the strike one pitch. Riley fouls it off. Imai's way over first base out of the rubber. The 0-2 swinging a foul to the screen. Busted him in with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Riley fought it off. He's hitting .289 with 9 home runs, 34 RBIs. Light clouds blocking the sun, making it kind of a hazy sun right now. When it's a bright sunshine with these shadows, it can be especially tough for the center fielder and for the left fielder. They're looking into the sun. The 0-2. Fastball up, and Riley Green is going to challenge.
Batter challenging the strike call.
Good.
First time in a long time. It might be the first time all year. He's going to win this challenge. He's going to feel good about it.
I think he was just saying, you know what, that's a bad miss, so I've got to challenge that one. If it's borderline, okay, but that's not borderline, so I think he went ahead and said, I'm going for it.
Makes the count 1-2 instead of inning over. Rhythmic applause from good crowd here at Comerica Park. The 1-2. Bounced it up to home plate.
Boy, Christian Vasquez, the Astros catcher, I mean, he was pounding his glove on the ground, really wanted that pitch, trying to get Riley to chase, and that's exactly where Imai threw it, right where he was
pounding the ground.
Pounding his glove on the ground.
Riley now waiting on a 2-2. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Gets a fastball middle and fouls it out of play. So there's got to be a little bit of movement right at the plate, because Riley's missed 2 in the middle of the plate, and he doesn't usually miss there.
Yeah, you just see him, and it looks like he's got that nice uppercut swing, too.
Dingler's at first with 2 outs. We're scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2, check swing. Did he go? Oh, field to third. Ryan Addison says he went too far. Riley Green strikes out. A couple of strikeouts for Imai in the first. We'll go to the...
Oh, just go up and get it. What a grab by Antonacci.
Welcome back, Dalton Varsho.
Crawford out of the glove. Emerson to first. What a play. Tip the catch. Long way to go. Can he get there into a slide? He makes a spectacular catch.
Lucas Over made the catch.
Diving catch and left. How about that?
And leaping on the warning track to make the catch.
Jacob Young after it. Onto the track. Near the wall. He's got it.
And a diving putt from Stock. What a play to save a pair. Diving play by Wilson, gets to his feet. Scott, throw to first, and he got him. That's how we start the ball game. He makes a sliding grab. First pot his, then call. This is a tremendous play.
That was outstanding.
From foul territory, throws to first in time. We've done that once or twice. Reaches out, dives, and he makes the catch. Whoa, what a play. Here comes Pudge, and Burley tried to wrestle the ball out of his glove. Swinging at a pitch out.
Well, the catcher thought it was a pitch out, but McCarthy didn't know it. The umpire's going, whoa.
Ortiz did the strangest slide we've ever seen. He went down on one knee and went in frontwards.
Nice play by Punto, and the third base umpire takes a tumble.
Quite an acrobatic play, but he got out of the way.
No score, top of the second inning. Second inning is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Play the Michigan Lottery's Detroit Tigers instant ticket and online games. Christian Walker's bat has cooled this month. He swings cues one right off the end of the bat. But these top four hitters, Paredes had a good series against the Tigers in Houston. I still feel like he's pretty pitchable. He's not a guy who hits the ball hard. He did in that series. But he's always looking to pull the ball, especially at home. Walker's having a good year with 18 home runs. This is a team that lost to slugs. Swinging a foul. Oh, man. That caught Dylan Dingler pretty square in the mask. Ricocheted off to the right. He seems to be all right. No balls and 2 strikes. Altuve's having an off year. Joey Loper Fido, lefty hitting in the 6-hole today. His bat has heated up. Strike one. Down and away. Make it 1-2 on Christian Walker. But again, I think after you get past the top four, Altuve always worries you a little bit. Let's put him in a maybe category, but it's a fairly pitchable lineup after the top four. Swinging a pop-up down the right field line. Torkelson giving chase, still going. He lost track of it, and Carpenter will come in. He comes up a little bit shy. I don't think Torque saw it. As he was going down the line, you could see that he kind of looked up and he's like, I don't have it. Carpenter kept coming, but couldn't come close.
Yeah, it looked like he had a bead on it, and all of a sudden it almost like he lost it in the sun or something like that. Yeah, and just kind of pulled up and hoping that Carey could get there.
There's that little gap between the last row of seats in the upper deck and the roofline shadows. That's a rectangle of sunshine. 1-2, swinging a foul out of play. 98 on every fastball. He's been up to 99. Walker will see at least 6 pitches. So that little rectangle of sunshine is bracketing the mound right now. Ball goes from sunshine immediately into shadow all the way to home plate. Melton working middle of the rubber. The 1-2. Swing and a foul out of play. Well, this is a veteran hitter because he's wasted some really good pitches.
Sure has.
Dan Troy was talking the other day about how he's throwing the cutter a little bit more, and he feels like the way he's mixing it with his slider, that it's helped his slider. It's helped the slider become more effective. We saw him throw 2 of the best sliders we've seen maybe all year to strike out Montgomery and Grichuk to end his outing last time out against Chicago.
I've been really impressed with the cutter just in that first inning.
Yeah.
The speed of it and the break, and the slider is maybe 8 miles an hour slower, but it's got the same movement profile. That's what I mean. He's got the ball going in all different directions at different speeds.
The 1-2. Changeup misses down and away. You'll see it categorized as a splitter. He said, no, it is a changeup. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a foul right at home plate. He broke out the curveball. He's seen a little bit of everything in this at-bat. Really quick first inning, and now it's always a little frustrating, isn't it? The first guy of the next inning sees at least 9 pitches.
Yeah, these at-bats are tough just to keep pouring in strikes. And then really hasn't thrown the sinker yet, and that's that one that has the really good arm side run.
2-2. Check swing on the cutter down and away. Walker strikes out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Troy Melton. We've talked about it a lot, Dan. He doesn't get a lot of swing and miss with the 6-pitch mix, with him still kind of getting to the sharpness level that he wants to be at. I just don't have any doubt that the strikeout rate is going to continue to climb through the rest of the year. Fastball, swing and a miss, wicked sinker to Altuve.
But see, there it is right there that I talk about going in all different directions. That's the first time that just really dives in on the hands of the right-handed hitter. Then he's got the cutter going the opposite direction.
Fastball up, swing and a miss. So sinker in with serious arm side run. Fastball jumps above the strike zone. Altuve can't find it at 98, and he quickly falls behind 0-2.
You know, when you're feeling like this, I think this is where you're trying to get strikeouts and swing and miss.
0-2, fastball up and away. I don't think we've seen this.
No.
98, 99 with every fastball. Sinker was 96 with tremendous movement. No score in the second. The 1-2. Just off the plate away. Goes into the books as a 4-seamer. I'm saying that's a cutter because he's been 93 to 95 with a cutter. That was 94. And the fastball 4-seam has been 98. The 2-2. Swing and a foul out of play. That's a perfectly placed fastball away. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Altuve's midway in that right-handed batter's box, and he kind of dives into home plate. 2-2, low and away. 2 long at-bats to start the second inning for Troy Melton. Altuve hitting .239 with a little bit of power. He's going to make it throw him a strike here. There's some swing and miss in this bat as well. 3-2, he got him with a perfect pitch on the outside edge.
Batter's down to the strike ball.
That's home plate umpire Ryan Wills, and Altuve's going to lose this challenge.
Yeah.
You hear the crowd.
You know, Altuve stands so far off the plate, and Melton just kept giving him nothing but pitches on that outside part, and that was that swing back sinker that kept working its way back and caught that outside corner. But Altuve, I don't know that he can see that, and he challenged it, and that got plenty of the strike zone.
Brings up Joey Loperfido. First pitch slider just a little bit low. 9 pitches, Walker strikes out. Altuve sees 7 pitches, takes a called third. Shadows covering the infield for the most part. Again, that sliver of sunshine just beyond the mound only goes about 15 feet. But once these shadows cover the entire infield, bright sunshine behind the pitcher can be a little tricky. Loperfido takes a pitch outside. Now the 2-0. Swing and a foul straight back to the series. This brought to you in part by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. The injury report is brought to you every game by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Looks like Jack Flaherty will be back after making one rehab start. And there's a chance it could be TBA on Sunday, the 2-1. Fastball just outside. Again, 98. First pitch strikes, a big point of emphasis for Troy Melton. Off to a solid start, 4 for 6. He said, I just can't quite figure it out. He was at 67%, 2 out of every 3. First pitches were strikes last year. He's barely at 50% this year. He said, I don't have an answer for you. The 3-1. Swing and a foul, but this is a strike thrower, and it's the world of difference for Troy Melton. If the at-bat starts 1-0, opponents have an 800 OPS. If it starts 0-1, they are 443. The 3-2, swinging a fly ball softly into center field, and that's where James Outman is. In a step, makes the catch. Strong start to the game for Troy Melton. 6 up, 6 down, 4 strikeouts, 2 balls put in play softly.
That's going to be a fair ball for Steve Franco. He's going to get at least a double. There's that tough corner. Throw coming in. It's way over. I don't know what happened. It might have hit the stands, and the Padres have scored a run on that play.
Watch this. He goes down, picks it up, and he gets a piece of paper between the ball and his fingers.
That's the weirdest play I've seen in forever.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun. Yes. 2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha. And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer. Pick it up like a burger. Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man. Let's go to town. Dude. Best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man. This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Oh, I got soda. All right. Who? Austin Barnes. How do you like rings? Okay. All right. Young Jackson Holiday, just wait. Jackson Holiday's good. Rick Cerrone, great hitting coach now. Yeah, Tony Gwynn. All-star. That's good. That's a good card. Oh, these are like real ones. There's gum in it. 87, baby. These are. This gum's from 1987. Actually from 87. Go ahead, take a piece of it. That's 1987. Oh my God, that is gum. It's gum. I'm not taking a bite of it. I'm not taking a bite of it either.
And good times.
Colt Keith leads on for the Tigers' second inning. He takes a fastball away from Tatsuya Imai. Paredes even the base at third, well off the line with Pena up the middle. The outfield plays Keith to go the opposite way. 1-0, swinging a ground ball. Jeez. Grabbed by Imai. He kind of throws a lollipop over to first that barely makes it to Walker to get Colt Keith. Hard hit ground ball up the middle, and
behind his back.
Imai just kind of stuck his glove out and acted like, yeah, I meant to do that.
Oh, man.
Reached behind, fielded the ground ball. Pena would have had it anyway, but that was very smooth, and I like how I do that all the time.
But and then he threw a one-hopper over to...
That throw barely made it to first.
Yes, it's pretty relaxed.
Torkelson takes a first pitch slider for a strike. It's time for Dollars on Deck. If Zach McKinstry gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. Strike one. Paints a fastball, 95 on the black, away. This series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. Torque hitting .211 with 12 home runs. Cues a slider off the end of the bat. Some actually do go the normal way, right, Dan? Meaning kind of right to left.
Yeah, more like a sweeper action. Right.
But the majority are going the opposite way, making it a backup slider. Swing and a miss like that. Down and in. And I just, you don't see that very often. I mean, that's always either a changeup, a sinker, or a splitter. And it's a slider that backs up.
And I'm so glad that Steve Sparks had told us that, because just watching tape of him this morning, I mean, yeah, it just looked like he was manipulating the slider, and he is manipulating the slider.
Brings up Zach McKinstry. He fouls a fastball out of play. such an important piece for A.J. Hinch, and he needs this bat to be somewhat productive so that he can move him all around and give guys rest like Kevin McGonigal today. The strike one. Fastball outside at 95. 1 ball, 1 strike. And sure enough, this month, this bat has heated up. RBI single in the game last night. He's drawing walks. He's making a lot of contact. He's putting together good at-bats. Imai into his motion, the 1-1, swinging a foul straight back. He doesn't have the kind of the 3-part delivery, if you will, that really most Japanese pitchers have. It's a rock back. It's lifting the leg up. It's kind of a pause at both spots, and then into his motion. This is more of a motion that doesn't have the different stopping points. Swing and a miss, slider down and in. It's more lift the leg, drive to home plate. And he has just struck out his 4th batter in 2 innings. Both pitchers in different ways have their swing and miss stuff tonight. We head to the 3rd, scoreless after 2 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Presented.
And he drills this ball. Goodbye. Bang to begin this series.
Leadoff home run number 30 in the career of Shohei Ohtani.
Jake Bennett, Rocky Mountain High. He is rolling along. Career high 9 strikeouts over 6 innings.
8 consecutive hits over 2 innings, and finally touched the dish 3 times to walk it off.
8 shutout innings. 9 strikeouts for Kyle Bradish, and one of the best starts of Kyle Bradish's baseball life.
Brandon Woodruff coming back to the mound. 6 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, no walks. I mean, this was vintage Brandon Woodruff.
It looks like this guy's not scared of anybody. And he pitches like that. It's true.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Cam Smith leading off against Troy Melton. First pitch fastball, perfect, down and away. Interesting talking with Dylan Dingler about Troy Melton and kind of what impresses so far. And he said he's just, first of all, I think you talk to anybody, Cam Smith fouls a fastball out of play, just about what the upside is. And their eyes light up because everybody believes this guy can be special. But Dylan was just talking about his presence, his calm. It's just, he's unflappable on the mound. The 0-2. Carter misses down and away. Nothing seems to get to him at all.
That's one of the, yeah.
And he just keeps attacking.
That's one of the things that really impresses me is things aren't going well for him, but you'd never know it.
The 1-2 away with the cutter, peeled to first. Lance Barksdale said he did not go. So again, Ryan Will's behind the plate. Lance Barksdale's the crew chief. He's at first. Will Little at second. Ryan Addison is today's third base umpire. Troy Melton's been firing 98-99 tonight. 2-2, ground ball chopped foul down the third base line. This is a tough part of the game for anybody playing left field or center field if that center fielder has to go toward left center to make a play. James Outman on this righty. Cam Smith is shaded way over to right center. The 2-2, swing and a foul because the left fielder Riley Green, and for the Astros, Joey Loperfido, they're looking right into the setting sun. And Riley says with the shadows covering the infield, you can't put sunglasses on or else you will never see what's going on the infield. 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? Oh. Lance Barksdale says he did not. Replay. Side view on a Detroit Sportsnet monitor. I think it's a good call.
Very close.
Now the 3-2. Swinging a fly ball softly into left center, and that one will be gobbled up by Outman. I didn't think it was going out that far. Outman was shaded way to right center. I thought he might have trouble getting there. He made that look easy. Soft fly ball carried out. But we have now seen 4 long at-bats in a row, and the pitch count is being pushed up. 9 pitches for Walker, 7 for Altuve, 6 for Loper Fido, and Cam Smith just saw 8. 4 strikeouts, first 5 batters for Troy Melton. Now a line drive deep and well foul. Down the right field line off the bat of Taylor Trammell. Highly thought of for a long time. Reds' first-round pick in 2016 out of high school. Traded twice, selected off waivers twice, and then sold to Houston last year. Cash deal. Astros are his 6th team. Just has never gotten the chance to show what he can do at the plate at the major league level. Swinging a pop-up foul down the third base line. Colt Keith tracking in near the fence, and he will make the catch right by the netting. Good play. Never took his eye off it. And at the end, he's looking into the sun, I think, and he made a nice running catch.
Yeah, that wind, it looked like kept pushing it towards the stands, too. Just easy to kind of say, well, I'm going to underneath that one, but it just kept pushing farther and farther away from it, and he stayed with it.
Anything up in the air to the outfield you would think is going to get a boost tonight. You got to have something behind it, obviously. Cutter at the belt for a called strike 1 on Christian Vasquez. 8 up, 8 down for Troy Melton. David Whitney flag, which tells you what's going on downtown. Swing and a little soft tap foul. Another 95-mile-an-hour cutter. I can't get over these velocities, Dan. 4 miles an hour more on the cutter. Easily 2 miles an hour more on the fastball.
Well, I'm looking forward to asking him about that cutter. This can't be just, it's just a little grip, I think, adjustment rather than just how good he's feeling.
0-2. Cutter in the dirt at 90, so that's the speed he's normally at. So the David Whitney flag, again, showing a very strong breeze blowing right to left. The flag in the visiting bullpen shows a breeze blowing straight out to left center. The wind up, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a splitter. The change. Troy Melton's like, God, there's a quicker at bat. Thank you. Wow, as he looked good through 3. 9 up, 9 down, 5 strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Scoreless, Tigers and Astros.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the 2nd player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Bonds would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Season. Better access means better care. McLaren provides the care you need when you need it. Stay in the game with quality care at McLaren.org.
Inning today is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. brought us to the bottom of the third inning. Dan Dickerson, Dan Petrie, glad to have you along. And a beautiful night. We keep saying it, but it's true. James Outman swings and fouls it out of play. I mean, mid-70s, low humidity, light breeze. I don't know how you draw it up any nicer on a summer night at Comerica Park. And it's been this way. It was cloudy one day, but virtually every day of this homestand, now in its 7th day. The strike one to James Outman, slider up and away. Tim Jetski and Jenny Hornatsky are engineers tonight. Breeze blowing right to left. Just a few light clouds in the area. 2 hours from sunset. The 1-1. Outman swings and drives it to center field. On the run, Trammell, and he will track it down right where the right field wall meets the center field wall. He got a good jump. Outman hit it hard. I think the wind boosted that a little bit. It's the first out of the third.
It had a nice crack to it.
Yeah, it did.
Good loud sound. Just that down and in four-seamer, and the barrel got down to it, caught it well.
103 off the bat for James Outman. That's good to see. That brings up Hao-Yu Lee. We've been enjoying this young man play defense. Lee takes the slider down and in, ball one. AJ was talking today, Dan, about how he might be even better at third base. But he's putting together good at-bats this month. He's hitting the ball hard. 1-0, fastball at the knees for a called strike. He drew a 4-pitch walk yesterday. Just the 5th walk that he has drawn, but he showed good plate discipline against Weathers in that at-bat. It's an upright, closed stance, knees slightly flexed. Swings and misses at a slider down. He holds the bat upright, up and away from the right shoulder, and then cocks it over the shoulder as the pitch comes in. Imai again, over on the first base side of the rubber. Really is, he's kind of working from the stretch at all times. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Whew. He took Hao-Yu Lee to school there. Slider down and away, and he waved at a pitch that bounced in the left-handed batter's box. First trip through the order, pretty successful for Imai. And again, you're going to see a lot of swing and miss. 5 strikeouts. So far, all 5 have been swinging. No score, bottom of the third. Kevin McGonigal takes a slider that bounces. Christian Vasquez tried to frame that one, a la Jake Rogers. Paredes, even at the base at third, maybe a step behind it, way off the line with Pena up the middle. This is a good defensive team. Pena plays the heck out of shortstop, the 1-0. Slider high and away. McGonigal struck out. Again, the slider looks like a splitter. Often is. It has not been tonight. It has been all sliders. But the action is down and away, and Kevin McGonigal saw some really good ones. First time up. The 2-0. Perfect slider at the bottom rail. First pitch strikes. Right where he is for the season. 5 out of 10. He's right at 50%. That's really low. Hasn't hurt him so far. The 2-1. McGonigal swings and fouls the fastball out of play. Damn, they're not able to. Some of these fastballs are middle, and the Tigers hitters are not, especially Green and McGonigal, guys who can hit fastballs, have not been able to do anything on them.
Yeah, it's 95, and it's a little bit lower arm slot. It's, not that big induced vertical break. It's just that it's got a little bit of upshoot coming from that lower arm slot. And I think after all those sliders or splits, that it looks a lot harder than it is.
2-2. Check swing went too far. That slider was in on a lefty. Man, damn, there's some serious swing and miss so far. 6 of the first 10 batters.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me, everything's good. I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindos.
Every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
For the Astros, in the top of the fourth inning, scoreless. One base runner, a walk. Dylan Dingler in the first inning. Tatsuya Imai has struck out 6 of the 10 batters he's faced. Troy Melton so far with 5 strikeouts through 3. Fastball up and in, 1-1 on Jeremy Pena. Alvarez Paredes to follow. Imai's gotten 8 swings and misses. Troy Melton 7. Pena swings, fouls it out of play. Fastball cooling off a little bit. It came out hot. 98, 99 for the first couple of innings. Still was at 98 last inning. Now at 96, but man, there's some energy being expended by Troy Melton. He has used all 6 pitches. The 1-2. Ground ball softly to first, off to the glove side. Torque fields and flips to Melton. Putout goes 3-1. 10 up, 10 down. The pitch count for Melton at 48 through 3. That's an average pitch count for him, though. When he's rolling, we've seen a 7-inning start and an 8-inning start. He's working really quick innings with 12 and 13 pitches or fewer. So he could use, after some long at-bats in the second and third, he could use a quick inning right here. Keep that pitch count down. Jordan Alvarez struck out on 3 pitches first time up. First pitch, a fastball away. Shadows now covering the infield. There's that sliver of sunshine between the last row and the roof line, so that's what Colt Keith is standing in right now, the Tigers' third baseman tonight. Fastball is hit high in the air to left field. Riley Green to the fence. He's going to make the catch. 1 step from the fence. Bump into it gently right at the Tigers bullpen. Jordan Alvarez made a bid for his 26th home run of the year. It's just the second out in the 4th.
Boy, and that was getting a little bit of boost from that wind that's blowing straight out to left field.
Sure felt like it. Again, that's not an easy play for Riley Green. He is shading his eyes from the sun the entire time out there. Isaac Paredes swings, pops it up foul and out of play. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Instant replays brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. You can see him shading his eyes from the sun in left field. Change-up strike at the knees on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Paredes. Again, it's worth repeating. Riley's like, you can't wear sunglasses. The flip downs are, he said, that's not really a thing anymore. So that's a lot. You got to run after a ball and think about flipping down your shades. The 0-2. Fastball up and away.
I don't even know how they were a thing when they were a thing. I mean,
seemed like Chet Lemon always wore them.
But, trying to slap
I'm going after a ball. I'm in full stride, and, I'm going to flip down my...
And the bill of your cap is right there. I never got it either.
The 1-2. Carter misses low and outside, but he says if he wears sunglasses, you can see him on top of his hat. But he said if I wear them, and I'm trying to pick that ball coming up out of shadow, and that's the tough part of the catch, just reading the ball out of the shadow. The 2-2. Change up low and away. Isaac Paredes is going to make you throw him a strike. Solid walk rate for him. Again, it's pull power for Isaac Paredes. Gave the Tigers fits in Houston. The 3-2 ground ball fouled on the third baseline. I feel like you can power him.
I do. I think he likes the ball in, though. You know,
Right.
He likes to pull, and you make a mistake in there, that's where he opens up. He's got that open stance anyway, but he likes to get that ball in and launch it into the seats.
He swings and hits one ground ball fouled on the third baseline. Another long at bat. It looked like it's going to be a nice quick inning for Troy Melton. Pitch count at 62. Pitch counts are brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Stands at a slight angle to home plate over on the third base side of the rubber. It's a quick step back with the left foot, slides the right foot to the middle of the rubber. Lifts the leg, drives to home plate. 3-2. Swinging a pop up. Third base side, Keith running in, Dingler running in. Keith will take charge. Nice job on the dirt track by the Tigers dugout. Makes the catch. 8-pitch battle, one in the end by Troy Melton. And it's 12 up, 12 down for Melton against the Astros. Tigers bat in the fourth inning, scoreless, first of 4 with Houston. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Jammed and a little pop-up. Everybody's coming, but the pitcher wants it. Now he's going to give way. What is he doing? It's going to be dropped.
Keystone Cops on the infield for the Rockies.
Isbell's got to beat him. Battling the sun. He bobbles and recovers.
That's a highlight tape and a heck of a catch.
That went straight lawn dart. It's in the ground.
On guard.
That's it.
See, he comes off that stool down there and makes a nice catch, a hot line drive.
And Vlad is applauding.
There goes Mosby. Picked a good pitch to go on. Terrible throw. Mosby doesn't know where the throw is. He's going back to first base. Is he going to steal first? He steals
Look at
first.
him.
Now he's going to steal second again. I've never seen it before.
Where's Evan Costello when you need him?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Score to the bottom of the fourth inning. Kerry Carpenter takes the first pitch. Perfect. Slider on the backdoor, strike one.
Challenging the strike call.
Ooh, I don't know about this one. Kerry Carpenter, you can hear
Detroit has one remaining.
the muted reaction from the crowd. It's in no reaction. It is a strike. Each team now has lost a challenge. Redis is deep and way off the line, really towards shortstop, with Pena up the middle on the left side of the infield. The outfield plays Carp straight up. Fastball sails 93 up and away. Still looking for our first hit of the game. The Astros are looking for their first base runner of the game. Troy Melton perfect through 4, 12 up, 12 down. Carp grounded out first time up. He swings and fouls it out of play, but he put one in play. So really a hat tip to Carp and Outman for putting the ball in play, and James Outman for hitting the ball hard, because most did not even put the ball in play tonight.
Well, there was another fastball there, Dan, that just looked like it was hittable, and it's just fouled straight back.
The 1-2. Carp swings, fouls it out of play, well back third base side. Astros in their road grays pants, blue piping down the pant leg. The orange jerseys, the Tiger orange looks very similar to this orange. Block lettering Astros across the front in blue, outlined in white. Tigers in their classic home whites. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. By third base, Isaac Paredes, right next to the bag, makes the catch on the infield dirt in fair territory. Kerry Carpenter pops out. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. impressed. And again, it's not like, Imai came into this game with a 6.15 ERA, averaging 4 innings a start. Terrific, durable pitcher in Japan for the last 3 years. He's now 28 years old. Slider for a strike to Dylan Dingler. To give you an idea of the inconsistency, so he's gone 6 innings or more 3 times. These are his last 5 starts for Tatsuya Ime. The strike one. Fastball perfect on the outside edge for a called strike. 6 innings, no hits, no runs. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. 2/3 of an inning chasing the first inning at Kansas City. And then 6 innings, 6 hits. Last time out, as Dan mentioned, against Cleveland, he gave up 3 runs, but no walks and 11 strikeouts. That's some pretty good consistency. So the 6 inning starts, all 3 have come 3 of the last 4. And then he's got that 1 clunker in there. Twice he has not made it out of the first inning this year. He's capable, very capable of making a good start. The 1-2, ground ball deep, third foul. Fielded by Isaac Paredes.
He had that little bit of that, suffered the arm fatigue that he blamed on kind of getting used to the lifestyle over here. Just the training, the meals, the timing of everything, and just went through a rough period, and maybe he's getting acclimated more to life over here in the United States, more comfortable with his surroundings and more comfortable to Major League Baseball.
The 1-2, swinging a foul out of play, well back first base side, because oftentimes in Japan, they make a start every 6 days.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
There's an off day every week, and they make 1 start a week, basically. And so that's something else to get used to. Now, they have been giving him generally 5 days in between starts. The 1-2, fastball up and away instead of the normal 4 that you get at Major League Baseball. Generally, you're starting every 5th day, so 4 days of rest. He's been getting 5 and 6 his entire time with Houston because that's what he's used to in Japan. Digler waiting on a 2-2 on the way. Ground ball foul. The movement on that slider is really something. Now, he has thrown a couple of splitters. We've got our crack crew on this.
And then he was talking also the difference in baseballs between the 2 leagues, and it took him a while to adjust.
Very different.
Yeah, so maybe that getting comfortable with the baseball over here and getting the proper movement he desires.
2-2, swinging a slicing foul down the right field line. The ball in Japan has a basically built-in tack, right? And here the balls are rubbed up to give it some feel and some tackiness. But theirs is just built in to the baseball. Those who have played with it say it's actually works pretty well, swinging a slicing drive down the right field line. I know some pitchers have used both the balls in Japan and balls here, and they're like, Major League Baseball could learn this.
Yeah. I'd love to see that, but a lot of pitchers have talked like, hey, we should experiment and try this.
The 2-2 again, swing and a miss. The backup slider on pitch number 10. Gets Dylan Dingler. Man. 4th inning is brought to by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. A lot of swing and miss on both sides. 7th strikeout for Ime. Troy Melton, in retiring the first 12, has struck out 5. Green takes fastball at the belt on the outside edge for a called strike 1. No score. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Troy Melton dueling with Tatsuya Ime. Strike 1. Backup slider is down and away.
It's like he's just showing them that slider, and he's still giving them that steady diet of 4-seam fastballs at the top of the strike zone.
The 1-1. Ground ball fair. Right between, I should say, Altuve and Walker into right field. Single for Riley Green. The first hit of the game by either team is a sharp ground ball single with 2 outs here in the 4th.
Christian Vasquez was set up outside, and that one leaked back over on the inner third, and Riley was able to pull it, bring his hands in just slightly to get the barrel there and shoot it into right field.
One base runner, that was Dingler in the first, through the first 12 batters. Now the Riley Green single. See if the Tigers can build on that. See if Colt Keith can channel last week's 3-homer game in Houston. 9-3 Tigers win. They hit 5 home runs in that game. Their home run bats have been a little bit silent since. Keith takes strike 1. White sunshine right now for Trammell in center and for Loper Fido in left. A slider misses low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colts hitting .256 with 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. Those 4 home runs came in a span of 10 at-bats. The series before Houston and then that first game in Houston. Nice to see him get into a nice little extra base groove. Fastball kind of slings it sometimes. 94, inner half for a called strike 2.
Yeah, it's just like you described his motion not being that typical Japanese style and everything, but the swings are very similar to somebody that would have a lot of deception in their delivery. Very, very off-balanced swings. Nothing's synced up right now.
The 1-2 is swinging a fly ball, slices into shallow left center. Trammell comes over, makes the catch, almost overran it, and then the wind pushed it a little bit. He jumped up, made the catch. Keith, that's a good swing. It's a line drive out. And the Tigers get a single.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm going to get a nice heavy glizzy. You got to have chili on there. You got to have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you got to have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You got to have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Here comes red, blue, and green.
Let's see, how does this happen? What was that came flying in?
About the guard trying to get out of the way.
I mean, that is going all out.
Now watch. Here comes the pizza, see it? Oh, jeez.
Highly unnecessary.
I wonder why did he do that?
Fago is a proud sponsor of Detroit Tigers Radio.
Got a good one going tonight. 5th inning, no score. Pitching dominating, 2 starting pitchers. Dealing. Christian Walker checks his swing in a curveball from Troy Melton and taps it foul right at home plate. Troy Melton had given up 6 home runs in his 32 innings. Remember, 4 in 5 innings against the Twins in a night when the ball was jumping. 5 of the 6 home runs he's given up this year have been on the fastball. The strike 1, swing and a foul. Cutter riding up and in on Walker. Spencer Torkelson runs down the right field line. I thought that was out of play, and Spencer Torkelson makes a nice running catch down by the tarp. 1 up and 1 down. Covered some ground, made a nice running catch. Dejected Christian Walker walking back to the Astros dugout. He pops out to start the 5th inning.
A little bit of page out of Imai's book, a backup cutter that got in the hands of Christian Walker for Christian Walker for the pop-up.
Sliders swing and a miss. Altuve took a big cut. Respectful boos for one exciting player, Jose Altuve. The most unlikely of careers. Swing and a miss. I always love hearing this story and him going to a workout camp. He's still, he's 5'6". Maybe. I guess he's listed at 5'5". Hometown of Maracay in Venezuela. Went to a workout. They said, "You're too small. Go back home." And his dad said, "You go back there." Fastball away. He's in his teens. He's tiny. And he did. He just kept showing up at these workouts for a team, and they finally just said, "Hey, all right, you want to play?" And then they found out he could. But there just aren't many 5'5" players who've had long careers like his. Fly ball to right, Carpenter 3 steps to his left, makes the catch. Jose Altuve is now 36 years old. He's played 16 years in the major leagues, and he is, I think we can safely say, a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah. And that, I just never forget that MVP year that he had. Boy, I mean, talk about power, too, from a guy short in stature. Good power.
We saw him bomb the ball in Houston. First pitch cutter to Joey Loper-Fido. Perfect at the bottom rail for a called strike one. His cutter has been consistently, not every one, but most have been 94, 95 today. Wind up the strike one. Slider away. 14 batters for the Houston Astros. 14 batters have been retired by Troy Melton in order. Pitch count at 71 with 2 outs in the fifth, the 1-1. Swinging a foul off the front leg of Loper-Fido, left-handed batter, hitting .240 in his limited at-bats. His bat has started to heat up here in the month of June. From Houston to Toronto and back to Houston the last 3 seasons. Came into this game hitting .241. He's a .248 career hitter and 400 at-bats. 1-2 changeup just off the plate away. 2-2.
How did he not swing at it? He kind of started to and then held up, but man, what a pitch.
I mean, you really should have to swing at that. McKinstry right up the middle at second base. Keith is way off the line, deep at third. The 2-2. Big misfire on a changeup away. You'll see it again, called the splitter. He says it is a changeup. He kind of has a smile on his face, like so it's like a poor man's Drew Anderson kick change.
Poor man's Drew Anderson.
3-2, swing and a miss, got him. Slider on the back door. Joey Loper-Fido strikes out, and Troy Melton is perfect through 5. 6th strikeout ends the 5th. Tigers bat in the 5th inning, scoreless for the Astros. This is
all your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Batting third, number 5, George Brett.
Never seen this before. Look at this. Not just the Royals with the respect, but the Rangers as well. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit! George Brett singles in his last at-bat. Wow. Way to go, George.
To be on a card is really humbling, but also to be able to create cards. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that this opportunity would come to me. But I always say, like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was ready for this moment to be able to create these cards to the best of my abilities and to do this project justice. And so I'm super proud to be creating cards. You know, if you asked me when I was playing in 2017 or 18 if that was going to be a thing, I couldn't have imagined it.
Tigers, brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. Scoreless in the bottom of the fifth inning. Old-time pitchers duel. Spencer Torkelson takes a strike. You were involved in a few of these in your day, Dan. I always think of some of the great matchups Tigers had mid-'80s with the Blue Jays, but you had other rivals, the Orioles, certainly in 83, 84, low and away. Did you like games like this, where you're matched up with another ace and everybody's just dealing?
Loved them. Absolutely loved them. You know, when you'd look at that and know who you were facing that day. I know they say they don't, but boy,
you do.
There's no room for error.
Slider in. I think Dave Steeb is the guy that always seemed to give the Tigers fits. And
I had plenty of battle. Jimmy Key, Mike Flanagan.
Yep.
Scott McGregor with Baltimore.
So you'd know who you were matched up against going in. And you'd want to know, right? So you knew, all right, I've got to be really good today. Slider in the dirt, 3-1 on Torque. It's been pretty good strike throwing from a guy who has a walk rate of 5/9. But then as the game unfolds, I've got to believe it just kind of energizes you to be okay.
It's great. It's wonderful.
No margin for error today. Torque waiting on a 3-1. The pitch. Shot to short. Picked by Pena. 360 spin. Throws to first and gets him. Oh, he made that look easy. That's a hot scorcher on an in-between hop. He fielded, turned, and made the fine throw. That's as good as it gets, Dan.
You know what? It's almost like you think about a bullfighter with the cape and then trying to get out of the way, and the cape was his glove. He just kind of dodged it as the bull came by and just picked it right there behind him. Tremendous play.
He is so good at short. Paredes in tight for Zach McKinstry at third base. First pitch, slider under the bat, swing and a miss. No score in the bottom of the fifth inning. Tigers have one hit. The Astros are still looking for their first base runner. Fastball runs up and away. McKinstry struck out his first time up. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts for Imai. Fastball in, fouled out of play. No walks, 11 strikeouts in his last start. So here's a guy who's had a lot of trouble with walks, has walked 1 with 18 strikeouts. His last 10 innings of work. The 1-2. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strikeout update brought to you by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. 7 for Imai, 6 for Troy Melton. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to first. Nice big hop. Came up a little bit on Walker, but he makes the play as he underhands to Imai, covering the base at first. A 3-1 putout to start the fifth inning. 2 base runners. Dylan Dingler with a 2-out walk in the first. Riley Green, ground ball single with 2 outs in the fourth. Neither advanced past first. A guy who has a lot of trouble throwing strikes, or at least that's the picture for the year. A high walk rate, has gone to a 3-ball count 1 time other than the Dylan Dingler walk in the first inning. So clearly he is much better in the strike zone the last 2 starts. James Outman hit a ball hard first time up. He takes a slider on the back door, strike 1. Crushed the ball to straightaway center. Taylor Trammell went back and made a nice catch near the warning track, deepest part of center field. Slider down and in, check swing, appeal to third. Ryan Addison says he did not go. Right now, just a little bit of sunshine in center field and still shining in the eyes of the left fielder, Loper Fido. The 1-1, swing and a miss. That's a wicked slider, almost like a cutter. Hard and under the bat. 1-2.
And he missed it by probably a foot, like it was going to go one of those ones that goes away, and that one was more like a sweeper.
1-2, bounces up to home plate. James Outman holds up. Balls, 2 strikes. Tigers trying to start something with 2 outs in the fifth inning. Terrific pitching battle between Troy Melton Tatsuya Imai. Slider middle of the plate, absolutely froze Outman. He had no chance to pull the trigger, frozen by the slider. Another strike.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Mitch Meyer at the wall, leaping off his glove, and look at Ross Glow preventing a 3-run home run. That is one of the oddest plays. Giles, a long run towards the corner. Crashes through the door.
For a moment, I thought he wanted to leave early.
A strange-looking defensive play by Pat Burrell. It looked like the invisible man came from behind and tackled him. Wanted out in front of the plate. He's falling forward. That's a Zach Bonus flare now.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Flavor. From tailgates outside the ballpark to watch parties at home, Carbless is the MVP of your lineup. So when the Tigers swing big, you sip big. Carbless, the official ready-to-drink cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein, and we partner with the Michigan State Police to keep you safe on the road. Get your free Call Sam car safety kit today at callsam.com.
$15 up, 15 down for Troy Melton. Cam Smith leads off 6th inning. First pitch cutter on his hands off the plate, ball 1. Much better first pitch strike throwing for Troy Melton. Again, it's been a big problem for him in almost every start this year. Swinging a fly ball, left field. This one's deep, but playable for Riley Green in front of the warning track. Makes the catch, moving toward the line. Cam Smith with one of the better swings of the night. It's a line out to start the 6th inning. Hard contact tonight for the Astros. Altuve lined out to right. Carpenter had to run a few steps to his left to make the catch. Cam Smith lined that one to left field. Riley Green had to run a few steps to his right, but it wasn't hit especially hard, just 87 off the bat. Fastball in. Another way of saying the contact today has been soft.
Yeah, I was going to say, not many. I mean, that one was a really good swing, and I think it was just a little bit off the end of the bat.
Taylor Trammell at the plate. Fly ball, right field. That one's deep, and that ball is gone. A home run. My goodness. Slider hung, and Taylor Trammell did not miss. His second home run of the year is the first hit of the night. The first base runner after 16 in a row had been retired by Troy Melton to start the game. 1-0 Astros in the 6th. What is it about 6th inning home runs the last 3 days? Man.
Boy, that was just that one that was just kind of spinning and stayed right over the middle of the plate about thigh high and put a good swing on it. The only question was, would it stay fair? And it did.
Christian Vasquez takes a fastball up and in. 80th pitch of the night for Troy Melton. Pitch counts are brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. You and I were talking about it earlier. The 1-0 pitch down. It just seems like this is such a crazy year that, I mean, all the big home runs. The Tigers are the second best team in the American League to the Yankees at limiting home runs. They've given up the second fewest. Vasquez swings and misses, and yet think how many have been big against the Tigers. You and I were talking earlier, Dan. It's like, you know, some of these could have been popped up. Swinging a fly ball right field to Kerry Carpenter. He goes back a step, makes the catch for the second out, and yet it seems like whenever a mistake is made at a key moment, the ball gets hit out. And now we've seen home runs the last 3 days in the 6th inning that have changed the lead.
Yeah, that's the thing where you just think that, okay, yeah, it's a hitter's count, 3-1, and I'm going to throw a fastball there. A lot of those get popped up. A lot of them get fouled straight back, but it's one of those years that not this year. They're being hit out. Everything goes right sometimes, and then sometimes it's not going your way.
Swinging a foul out of play out the pad of Jeremy Pena. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Strike one. Fastball low and outside. 6th inning is much by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Going and experience the Demmer difference. Today's game brought to you in part by Corwell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle. 1-0 Houston in the 6th inning. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Good change up down. I mean, we have seen some really good pitching the last 3 days. Casey Mize got 16 swings and misses, third most of his career a couple of days ago with great stuff. Derek Skubal got 20 swings and misses yesterday with great stuff. Swinging a soft line drive into center. Wow. What a piece of hitting from a hot hitter. Jeremy Pena took a half cut at a fastball up and in. It felt like it was at his eyeballs. And he somehow got that into center field. What a funky swing.
Yeah, just like a very stiff, rigid swing to that. But Dan, I was just, thinking about the same thing. We've seen a dynamic cutter tonight from Troy Melton, this weird slider that Imai is throwing, and Fernando Cruz, that split finger that he featured last night.
That's the best we've seen all year.
Oh, my goodness.
No question.
So, some of these things, no wonder it's so difficult to hit when they're featuring things like this.
Kyle Finnegan getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. Long conversation. Chris Fetter and Troy Melton. Finnegan just began to throw. Pitch count not really an issue. Melton's been up to 94 pitches in a start this year for the Tigers. His pitch count is at 87 right now. And it's Jordan Alvarez, so not a bad time for Chris Fetter to go out and visit. And talk about how to get the most dangerous hitter, not named Aaron Judge or Shohei. He's really in that group, right?
Yep.
It's Judge or Alvarez, Ohtani. The most dangerous hitters last 3-4 years running. Jordan Alvarez hitting .322. First pitch, swinging a pop-up into shallow left field. Riley Green will come in and make the catch near the line. Nice job by Troy Melton to get a very dangerous hitter. Astros take the lead on the Taylor Trammell home run. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 1-0 Astros. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Mike.
I got these Topps 1994 baseball cards, Series 2. I collect them like everybody else did back in the 70s. Eventually threw them all away. We didn't save them, and I'm sure they're worth millions now. Let's see what I have here. Ken Griffey Jr., probably the best baseball player I've ever played with in my entire life. Oh, man. Lou Whitaker, Bobby Bonilla, Bo Jackson, the best two-sport player ever.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
That'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Yu Lee will lead off for the Tigers. 9-1-2 hitters against Tatsuya Imai. First pitch to Lee is off the plate and in. It's a really good back end of the bullpen. The Astros put up a 6-team ERA, 6.08 through April. It has been much better since. And the back end of the bullpen's good. We saw that last week. Swinging a foul out of play. But going into the series, their big trio at the back end, Hader, King, and Okert, all have worked 3 of the last 4 days. Pretty safe guess they're all unavailable today. Fastball strike. You'll do 4 out of 5 for a reliever, maybe in September. Rarely do we see a manager do it in June, even July. So if that's the case, Hader, Okert, King, probably unavailable. That's a big deal. And then De Los Santos, you figure, is available because he needs to be. But if he works, that will be 3 out of 4 for him. Lee waiting, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Slider in the dirt. 9th strikeout. So the Astros needed innings from Imai, who's been averaging 4 innings a start this year. And by golly, he is giving them innings. And it's been stress-free. His pitch count not even climbing to a level where the Astros have to think about going and getting him. He's at 83 pitches. Lineup turns over for a 3rd time. Kevin McGonigal takes a fastball, 96 at the knees for a called strike.
You know, with that bullpen too, Dan, I mean, a 4-game series also. I mean, and they're coming in really used. So how often will they throw in 4 games?
Line drive up the middle, pass Imai, pass to diving Pena into center field. Knocked Imai down. Pena dove. It went right by both because McGonigal smoked that ball into center field, the 1-out single.
Trying to sneak another fastball by him, and he was having none of that. That one was down, but it was in the middle of the plate. Kevin with that really good swing. Head right on it. Nice short, quick stroke. Smacked that right back off of Imai into center field.
Imai, most hittable, 2nd trip through opposing orders. He doesn't get to go through an order a 3rd time very often. When he has, he's given up 1 hit in 23 at-bats. Gary Carpenter in the dirt takes a slider, ball 1. This begins the 3rd trip through the order. The McGonigal single. Imai at times has been easy to run on. He's given up 5 steals in 10 starts. It's a pretty big number. McGonigal 9 for 9 stealing. If he can read his move, he might be going. The 1-0. Up and away. 2-0. Carpenter today is grounded out to 3rd and popped out, but he's put the ball in play twice. No other Tiger can save that. 9 strikeouts through 18 batters for Imai, making his 11th start of the year. Pena right up the middle, outfield straight up, the 2-0. High and away. It's been really good strike throwing tonight for Imai. A 4-pitch walk in the 1st inning, the only walk of the day. 88 pitches, 57 strikes. 1-0 Astros are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers trying to do something about it, a man on, a man out. Carpenter waiting on a 3-0 on the way. Perfect on the black away. Check some scores in the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studio scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Rays pounded Kansas City today, 13-2. Junior Caminero with 3 home runs for the Rays. 6 RBIs on those 3 home runs. Other scores, Washington 5-0 over Philadelphia in the top of the 5th inning. Cubs and Mets are scoreless in the 4th at Citi Field. Texas 6-0 over Toronto in the 4th inning. Carpenter waiting on a 3-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Down to a knee on the slider.
Yeah, that was trying to do some damage right there.
Sure was.
That was one of those ones that was just kind of spinning right there on the middle of the plate, maybe on the inner 3rd, and Carey, boy, he had a big rip at that.
Imai sets, holds the glove at the belt, the 3-2, swing and a Little soft pop-up down the left field line. Loper Fido in, tracking it. He'll make the catch. Almost overran it. Reach back to his left to make the catch for the second out. 2 outs. He'll leave it up to Dylan Dingler. Tigers lean on Dylan Dingler one more time, Mr. Petrie. He's due. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's due.
Well, and 2 outs here, too. Does a lot of damage with 2 outs. But, boy, what a job by Imai to come back on Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah.
It looked like, boy, the base hit and then going to 3-0. It's like, there's a little crack in the armor, but he was able to come back and get Kerry to fly out.
Quick flip over to first to drive Kevin McGonigal back. It's been an incredible month of June for Dylan Dingler. Hitless in the game yesterday. He's only had one time this month where he had back-to-back hitless games. Again, he's due. Fastball up at 93.
You know, he's a guy, too, as much catching as he's doing, and then also DHing, not very many off days, and he is showing no signs of wearing down.
No.
He seems really strong still.
A.J. Blue Ball, right-hander getting ready in the Astros bullpen. Slider gets a swing and miss. Dingler's hitting .361 to your point, Dan. That's 30 hits in his 83 at-bats this month. 7 home runs, 13 extra base hits. 1093 OPS. The 1-1. Slider down. He's got the good hitters count. Walked on 4 pitches in the first. Saw 10 pitches his last time up. You would think any at-bat of that length got to help a hitter this good. Saw everything. McGonigal edges off at first. He represents a potential tying run. Dingler waiting. Imai sets, holds it for a beat. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Dylan Dingler chased a 96-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate away. Outfield plays into pull. Loper Fido in left. Trammell in center. Cam Smith is outstanding in right. Altuve shades up the middle at second base. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider that bounced. Dylan Dingler strikes out. Tigers get a single from McGonigal with 1 out and no more. 10th strikeout for Tatsuya Imai. He's got 21 his last 2 starts. His 10th strikeout ends.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Deep center. Edmonds going back. The ball is going long. 3-run home run. Bowman shot. The Jays on the board first. In one swing, Bobachek makes it 3-0 and chases Shohei Ohtani from Game 7. Breaking ball, and he was all over it.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Pitch and change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Isaac Paredes will lead off 3-4-5 hitters for the Astros in the 7th inning. They've got a 1-0 lead. They'll be facing Kyle Finnegan, Well, a couple of days ago, Dan had, I'm not even going out on a limb, his best outing of the year. Faced 4 batters, struck out all 4, and he was pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, he looked like very confident, good fastball.
First pitch slider to Isaac Paredes, up and away.
Had a strikeout with that slider, and he had a really good split finger that night also.
18 pitches, 14 strikes, 4 strikeouts. Swing and a miss on the splitter down, and all 4 runs, swinging third strikes. I asked him today, said, is there anything in particular you've been working on? He said, really, just concentrating recently, and he's had a couple of good outings back to back with no walks, 5 strikeouts. The 1-1, fastball away. So just kind of getting out of my head, not thinking about the internal, thinking more the external, just being an athlete and being athletic on the mound, just competing. It's amazing how many times you hear players say that, and it helps change kind of everything. Check swing and a fastball at the belt. Just get back to competing, not worrying about my mechanics or where my arm is or whether, is my arm angle right? Is my release point right?
Don't walk this guy. What's the first thing you're thinking about is walking that guy.
Yeah, the negative thought.
Right.
The don'ts. Don't do this. Well, that doesn't usually work.
Nope.
Redis waiting on a 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to short. Gathered up by McKinstry. Flips it to Torkelson. 1 up and 1 down, 7th inning. But we've seen this stuff all year. He said he felt like because he was getting more vertical on his fastball. I mean, it's a big deal. He got up to 19 vert on his fastball. He said, but my arm angle has really started to creep up, and he started to bring it down just gradually. It's not something you can do overnight. But he said now it feels like he can take advantage of that increased vertical on the fastball. Fastball low and away at 97, but it's been a steady weapon at 97. Unfortunately, he's had a hard time locating that fastball. His zone rate that we've talked about is way down from a year ago. So anyway, from 2 days ago, see if he can build off of that. Swinging a foul out of play, 1-1 on Christian Walker, 1-0 Astros in the 7th inning. Final line for Troy Melton, brought to you by Figer Law. Dan, this is 2 just outstanding starts in a row. 6 innings, 1 run on 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. The 1-1, swing and a mighty pop into shallow left field. Late break for Riley Green, but he'll come in, he'll get there under it, makes the catch. Christian Walker pops out for the second out in the 7th inning. What'd you like the most about that start from Troy?
Well, I just was really impressed with that cutter. I mean, but the first pitch strikes, I looked at one time. I mean, it was really high. I don't know what it ended up to be, but just the way he attacks. But it was that cutter that really impressed me. Like out of nowhere, that thing became a strikeout pitch for him.
First pitch slider strike to Jose Altuve. His average fastball today was 97. That's up a tick, but man, he was out of the gate 98, 99. It was electric. And his average cutter today was 93, up 2 full miles an hour, 2.5 really, from his season's average. Swinging a pop-up, fouling out of play, and Altuve falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes. But throwing it 94, 95, Dan. It was like a new pitch almost. It was so good.
It was. And then just looking here now, just 15 out of 20 first pitch strikes. You had indicated that was very important for him in tonight's game, and he delivered.
75%. Fastball a little bit low to Altuve at 97.
And I was talking about there was only 4 swings and misses on the cutter, but it's off just enough. Like Loper Fighter had a really good swing at one, and because of that just little movement, he was able to foul it back.
1-2 slider to Altuve, misses outside.
You know, you look at some of those, and you're saying he was all over that pitch, and that could have ended up in the seats, but because it was such a good pitch and moved just enough that he was able to just clip the top of it instead of hitting it out of the ballpark.
The 2-2. Got him. Fastball on the outer third, 97, froze Altuve. Kyle Finnegan starting to dial it in. Tigers have some work to do. Seventh inning stretch brought to you by DTE. Score energy savings this season. Manage your energy bill when you visit DTE Energy.
And he drills this ball. Goodbye. Bang to begin this series.
Leadoff home run number 30 in the career of Shohei Ohtani.
Jake Bennett, Rocky Mountain High. He is rolling along. Career high 9 strikeouts over 6 innings.
8 consecutive hits over 2 innings and finally touched the dish 3 times to walk it off.
8 shutout innings. 9 strikeouts for Kyle Bradish, and one of the best starts of Kyle Bradish's baseball life.
Brandon Woodruff coming back to the mound. 6 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, no walks. I mean, this was vintage Brandon Woodruff.
It looks like this guy's not scared of anybody. And he pitches like that. It's true.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Law firm of the Detroit Tigers. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
If you need orthopedic care, McLaren's expert team can help you move better and feel better. Get the care you deserve at McLaren.org.
Seventh inning is brought to you by Smithcamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Smithcamp Automotive family is celebrating 100 years, 4 great Michigan locations. Astros manager Joe Espada is going to have to turn to, some guys that he maybe doesn't normally turn to get these final 9 outs for him. A.J. Blueball on the mound, fly ball, kind of a humpback liner off the bat of Riley Green to start the bottom of the 7th inning, lands in the glove of Cam Smith. A lot of topspin on that ball, and it's an easy out number 1 to start the 7th.
Yeah, I just think that because that bullpen usage, and you got a couple of lefties up here, he goes to blue ball because lefties are hitting just 157 against him. The 4-seam fastball and changeup have been very successful on lefties. 160 on the 4-seam, 107 on the change.
Fastball up and away. Lefty's hitting 157 with a couple of home runs, but those 2 home runs have been in 89 at-bats. Righty's 250 with a little bit of power. Keith swings, fouls it right back our way. Robert Ford, who does a terrific job for Astros radio, got out of the way of that one, as I would. Blue ball works multiple innings at a time on a regular basis. The 1-1 swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. And you would think that Espada is turning to him for 2 innings here.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He leads all American League relievers with 49 2/3 innings pitched. 18 of his 31 appearances have been multiple innings.
5 of the last 6 outings have been 2 innings, including last week in Houston against the Tigers. Cutter in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, so we're going to go on the working theory that that's too heavy of a workload, damn. He's on a pace for 100 innings. They're just past the Astros are from the midway point. Tigers are at the midway point tonight.
He was a starter and just kind of found a home here, it seems like, in that Astro bullpen.
2-2, backdoor sweeper.
Uh-oh.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
Called 3rd strike. Keith challenges, and I think he's going to lose.
Yeah, it looked like it live.
Yep.
Oh, man.
There's a strike. Detroit has no challenges remaining.
I mean, just clipped that outside corner.
2 outs, base is empty. If you're thinking 1 swing at the bat, righties have 3 home runs in their 85 at-bats. Again, hit around 250. Torkelson to the plate. Tigers with one hit in this game tonight. Sweeper, check swing, strike one at the bottom rail. Quite a night for the starter, Tatsuya Ime. Torque takes a pitch outside. I was impressed, Dan. 6 innings, and again, this is now 5 of his last 6 starts have been good to excellent. No runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, and you were talking about it. Sometimes you see a guy for the first time, guy gets a lot of swing and miss, and it's a tough matchup.
And some of the swings and how far they missed by, I mean, it was clearly good stuff.
Sweeper strike, bottom rail, 1 and 2 on Torque. Bases empty, 2 outs. Tigers have been shut out on 1 hit through 6 2/3 innings, led by Imai. He's going for his 5th win of the year. Blue ball works third base side of the rubber, 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him with a sweeper. 12 strikeouts now for Astros pitchers through 7. Torkelson strikes out. We head to the 8th inning, 1-0 Astros on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The Cubs are on fire and have turned 1060 West Addison Street, aka Wrigley Field, into the hottest address in baseball. This week, the Cubbies flew the W for the 15th straight time, their longest home winning streak since 08. And they're winning in dramatic fashion.
Dansby's going to score. The Cubs are going to walk off the red. 4-ball game. 3 straight walk-off wins in the series against Cincinnati.
At the center of it all is Nico Horner, flat out playing like the best second baseman in baseball. Shota Imanaga has been one of the game's best on the hill with a sub-2.5 ERA. With PCA doing PCA things in the field and a solid bullpen, this Cubs team looks built for the long haul. The NL Central has been baseball's toughest division. Will the Cubbies' home field advantage be the difference in the chase for the division crown?
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
Ford in Ann Arbor, pitch and change brought to you by Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Closing pitch and changes brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Tyler Holden has been pitching very well. Takes over on the mound in the 8th inning. Pitching has dominated this entire game. The difference in the game, a Taylor Trammell home run after Troy Melton started the game by retiring the first 16 batters in order with maybe 1 hard hit ball. Trammell got a slider and did not miss. It was over the plate. It wasn't a terrible pitch. And he crushed it down the right field line. Bryce Matthews takes a ball from Tyler Holden. He's pinch hitting for Joey Loper Fido, right-hander for the lefty. Cutter high and outside, 2-0.
No, and Dan, you're right. I mean, Tyler Holden has been throwing the ball really good over his last 12 outings. We talked about his number, but the last 7 appearances have been scoreless.
2-0 changeup, middle of the plate for a called strike.
And all of the stuff is just sharper. I just keep leaning on that cutter, and he's spotting it really well. Outside corner to righties, that back foot cutter to the righties also.
2-1, changeup misses low. He's been pairing that changeup with his fastball away, changeup off the cutter away.
And the sinker.
Yeah.
And that sinker too. The sinker changeup have the same kind of movement profile, and then that cutter, the different action.
3-1 at the belt for a called strike.
It's not rolling. It's just that cutter just seemed to be maybe not the velocity, but it just like the hitters could pick it up. It was just maybe too big of a break.
Yeah.
Now it's just sharp and a late break to it.
3-2, chopper up the middle. Lee fields the big bounce behind second, guns it to Torkelson. Matthews runs well. He's the first out of the 8th inning. Kenley Jansen is getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. And for a long time, Tyler Holton is a premium strike thrower, and his first pitch strike throwing was really low. Well, he's got it back up to league average, and again, that's been a long climb. But just the consistency in his outings lately has been tremendous. Cutter at the knees for a called strike. He has struck out at least 2 batters, 4 of his last 5 outings in 7 1/3 innings of work. 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, no runs. The strike 1. Cutter misses off the plate and in.
This is my first look at this Cam Smith, and he looks like a player.
This is a good player.
Yeah.
He's just getting started. Breaking ball bounces up to home plate, originally drafted by the Cubs just 2 years ago out of Florida State, and then he was traded to the Astros in the Kyle Tucker trade. Yeah. Tucker obviously doing great for the Cubs. He debuted after 130 plate appearances in the minor leagues. Changeup, swing and a miss. And he held his own. Were the numbers great? No, last year he hit a little over 230, but extra base, occasional home run power. This is a guy who's got a lot of tools. He can run. He's got the hit tool. He's outstanding in right field. He's got a big arm. He can steal the base. The 2-2. Cutter misses in. Comes into this game hitting .220. The numbers are a little off of last year's production, which was, again, modest, but not bad for a rookie season. There's still a lot of upside. Cam Smith is just 23 years old. The 3-2, swinging a line drive, base hit into center. Lee ran to his right, jumped up, and went just over his outstretched glove. Have to keep an eye on Smith at first. He's got 9 steals and 10 attempts.
You know, he threw a cutter inside, had him dancing out of the way, and I think that cutter wasn't all that bad. It was on the outer part of the plate, but Cam Smith might have just recognized, you know what, he came in, he's going to go away this time. Kind of leaned out there and shot that one back up the middle.
Jake Myers now will pinch hit for Taylor Trammell. Very good outfielder. We'll see him go into center field. 1-0 Astros are in the 8th inning. Backdoor cutter for a called strike. Myers limited at bats, and this is kind of his, gets about 300 at bats a year for the Astros. Swing and a miss, good changeup down. I think that changeup's a really improved pitch for Tyler Holton as well.
Yep, and that's why it's paired so well with that cutter. That started almost at the same spot the cutter was, and then the bottom just dropped right out and away from the righty.
The 0-2, down and away. Just over 100 at bats for Myers. He's hitting .205 with a little bit of power, but got some plate discipline. There's some swing and miss in his game as well. Upright, relaxed stance. The 1-2. Soft ground ball to short. McKinstry charges field, flips down to second for 1. Lee will flip to first. But they had no chance to double up Myers. That was a nice job by McKinstry, because when he fielded, he was on the grass. He had to flip back across his body to get the force at second on a guy who runs well.
Yeah, he could have taken the easy route and just went over to first. You betcha. And then you got a runner in scoring position, but was confident in his abilities to contort his body backwards to make that good throw to Hao Yu Lee.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Christian Vasquez. 35 years old, still growing strong, still highly valued for his defense. Fastball, strike at the knees, 91 miles an hour. Strike 1 on Christian Vasquez. Fairly typical year for him at the plate. Hitting the hit for low average, and every once in a while pop one out. It's like Tigers pitching through the years. Swinging the fly ball to right field. Kerry Carpenter goes back 3 steps, makes the catch shy of the warning track. Deep line drive out off the bat of Vasquez, and a good inning for Tyler Holton. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers trying to get this.
This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith, a deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it. But Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his second of the season.
Friedel going back, and he's got it. He dropped it. You have to catch that ball. You have to.
You can't come to the game with that, and you can't do that.
Ronald Acuna Jr. pouring dirt into Ozzie Albies' glove, and I'm telling you, man, he's got almost half the infield in there.
Well, you look, he wants to throw to second, but he can't get it out. Why? Because it's stuck in the web.
That is a very odd play, and they've just brought a new glove out for Shonowell.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Detroit Tigers Radio Network, NorthvilleLumber.com.
McKinstry leads off for the Tigers. 1-0 Astros, bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch fastball, fouls it out of play. Deep down the left field line. Check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Giants had a 6-2 lead after 6 at home against the Athletics today. The strike one, swinging the fly ball softly to left field. Matthews now in left, makes the catch. Zach McKinstry flies out, soft routine fly ball. A.J. Bluebaugh on the mound, 4 up, 4 down in his 2 innings of work. So Matthews now in left. Jake Myers is very good. He's in center field. It's a strong outfield alignment right now with those 3. Cover a lot of ground. James Outman has hit a ball hard, and that's one of the few Tigers who has today. Deep fly ball out his first time up. Swings at the first pitch here. Sweeper away. That's his pitch. Fouls it back to the screen. Said the Giants led 6-2 after 6 innings against the Athletics at home, and then the Athletics came storming back with 7 runs late. No extra base hits in there. It was just a whole bunch of singles and walks put together. Athletics ended up scoring 4 in the 9th inning. They win at 9-6 in San Francisco. Pittsburgh 5-1 over Seattle. Pittsburgh is now back at the 500 mark at 40-40. Change up, straight change. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the lefty Outman. Yankees 2-0 over Boston. That game's in the bottom of the 5th inning. Yankees after taking 2 out of 3 here in Detroit. 3 games ahead of Tampa at the start of play today. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball in. 13th strikeout of the day for Astros pitchers. Single for Riley Green with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Kevin McGonigal single with 1 out in the 6th inning. That is the sum total of the Tigers' offense today. And Yel De Los Santos is getting loose in the Astros bullpen. The other base runner for the Tigers, the Dylan Dingler, walk in the 1st inning. Nobody has advanced past first. Hal Lee, first pitch, swinging a foul out of play. Sweeper that was at the belt. I don't think he wants it there, but then it doesn't feel like a hanger there.
No, it was a big swing, which is what's new from Hal Lee, but really wasn't that close to it.
Strike 1. Fastball, 96 up.
Yeah, just working that changeup at the bottom of the strike zone and then that four-seam fastball up at the top.
Throwing a lot of sweepers. He works off the fastball. 1-1, ground ball up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Right past the mound. Lee. 2 hits and a walk yesterday. Ground ball single today with 2 outs in the 8th inning.
Just where you wanted it, just that how you leave with that 2-out base hit flips that lineup over now. Kevin McGonigal with that real good swing the last time up.
Saw blue ball in Houston and drew a walk off of him. Dylan Dingler had a hit off of him. He's 2 batters away with De Los Santos ready. And with blue ball's terrific numbers against lefties, you would think he gets maybe McGonigal and Carpenter. We'll see. First pitch. Swinging a soft tap foul. He starts him off with a sweeper down.
And just as a reminder that, you know, the lefties are not really available out there. The haters came, Okert, and that's why they're not bringing in a lefty to face Kevin McGonigal.
The strike one in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGonigal 1 for 3 today. 2 strikeouts and a single against Imai, the starter. Altuve, when he shades toward the hole, he doesn't just shade towards the hole, he plugs it. He is way over toward first. It's a pretty good-sized hole up the middle. Pena just to the left of second base. The 1-1. Swinging a high foul out of play. Sweeper again. It's catching a lot of the plate, but it's got so much bite. I don't feel like it's a hanging breaking ball.
I think you're absolutely right, because that one just kind of stayed right there in the middle. And just like how you lead, Kevin McGonigal just fouled it straight back.
Down on the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A man on 2 outs, 8th inning. Tigers down a run. Flip over to first. Lee gets back with a head first slide. Walker holding with Lee. 3/4 full moon. Rising in straightaway center field over the DAC on a clear night in downtown Detroit. The 1-2 in the dirt, blocked by Christian Vasquez very smoothly. Keeps it right there at home plate. Paredes, the third baseman, is well off the line. He's way over towards shortstop with the shortstop Pena right up the middle. Outfield doesn't move a whole lot. They're straight up and very deep, just about a no doubles look against McGonigal. Tigers trying to start something with 2 outs in the 8th inning, down a run. Blue ball, the righty sets the 2-2, swinging a high slicing foul. Shadow up into sunshine and then lands in the upper deck. Sun now shining just on the seats down the left field line and on the buildings off in straightaway center.
Boy, Kevin, he's grinding through this at-bat. Got that look on his face that he's not going to be denied.
2-2, swinging a ground ball to first. Gathered up by Walker. 1 step back to his left, steps on the bag for the 3rd out here in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. Astros.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Kit today at callsam.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority. The Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. 1-0 Astros to the ninth inning. Ninth inning brought to you by Comerica Bank. If you want to elevate your small business's game, visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Pitch and change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Kenley Jansen into the game. All about his good health. He has been in good health lately, and right now he's dealing. First pitch cutter, a little bit low, top of the order. Jeremy Pena, ball one.
He hasn't pitched since Saturday, and a lot of times you say, he's just getting an inning of work in. Well, no, he's in here because it's almost like you got to keep it at 1-0, and you want him out there.
Line drive, base hit into left field past the outstretched glove of Keith, lunging to his left. Jeremy Pena is just on everything right now. Couple of singles for him his last two at-bats. He had a big series against the Tigers in Houston. Leadoff single in the ninth. Every time Kenley Jansen has given up runs, and yes, mostly on home runs, it has been when the groin has been bothering him since coming off the injured list. He's worked 3 scoreless innings, 1 hit, and 3 strikeouts. Jordan Alvarez takes the pitch in the dirt.
You got to kind of keep an eye on Jeremy Pena also. Kenley Jansen can be susceptible to the stolen base. Flips over to first. But Dylan Dingler's that weapon behind home plate.
Yep, he and Jordan Alvarez came to the Tigers with a reputation, not a reputation, a track record of not holding runners, and it has held true for both of them this year. Another flip over to first. Pena with 7 steals in 8 attempts. Opponents have stolen 6 times against Kenley Jansen without being caught this year. 2 throws over. Usually that runner is going to go. Jansen holds it an extra beat. Alvarez waiting the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. One of the considerations always of the lefty at the plate is, do you want to make sure that guy holds at first base so that the lefty at the plate, even though it's Jordan Alvarez who tends to drive the ball in the air to all fields, has a hole to shoot through on the right side. Saw Riley Green do that earlier in the game. Lee shades that way, the 1-1. Swing and a mighty pop down the left field line. Long run for Colt Keith, but that ball is going to bounce just out of his reach. Alvarez 0 for 3 in this game, 4 for 16 against Tigers pitching. And impressively, and I think the Tigers do this very well against Yankees hitters the last 3 years now, and against big threats like this, they go after them. They do not pitch around them. They have not walked Jordan Alvarez this year, and they've done a very good job against him in his career. Big, strong lefty waiting. The 1-2. Cutter misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1-0 Astros are in the ninth inning. McKinstry at shortstop tonight. He's right up the middle. The outfield very deep, and they play Alvarez to go the opposite way just slightly. James Outman in center, shades to left center. Riley Green in a little toward the line. Pena takes off. Pitch outside. Throw to second base. No chance. He got a huge jump.
Sure did. It just kind of gave Jordan Alvarez a few swings, even though he had thrown over twice. Shields just said, you know what, I'll give you every chance, but okay, now's my time to get you in scoring position for you.
He's at second base, nobody out. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Alvarez gets the runner to third. Lee fields and flips to get Alvarez. Stolen base, bounce out. Even Jordan Alvarez will give himself up. I know he wanted to do more than that, but still made a productive out. That's playing the game.
You could see him trying to hook that ball, too.
Yep.
You know, got a pitch that he couldn't do a whole lot of damage with and just said, you know what, I just can kind of hook that and make sure that I hit it to the right side.
All of his teammates greeting him as he goes down the dugout steps.
You bet.
Hence the runner to third with less than 2 outs. Infield in tight. Isaac Paredes at the plate. First pitch. Fastball in.
That's the thing we saw in Houston. When the Tigers stayed away from Paredes. Like you said, he wants the ball in, but he just started going out and getting a slider away and pitches away and just hooking them down the left field line. He's always looking to pull, but when they pounded him in and then went away, it was much more effective. The 1-0, swinging a foul straight back. Cutter, middle. But there's just enough movement on it. That's the speed that Kenley Jansen likes his cutter, 92, 93. We see the occasional 94, 95, but he says, really, I like it at 92, 93 because 94 means I'm throwing through the break. And it doesn't have the sharpness at the plate that I want. The 1-1. Swinging a fly ball, center field, it'll be a 2-0 game. Outman a few steps to his right makes the catch. Pena trots home. Paredes with a sacrifice fly, giant. Add-on run in the 9th inning. 2-0 Astros. I'll bring up Christian Walker. That's just playing the game right there. Single, steal, ground ball from a big power hitter. Just wanted to make a productive out for his team. And then Paredes delivers the run. Walker swings and hits a soft ground ball at the third. Keith will backhand in foul territory. Strike one. Walker broke his bat. That boy has a new one ready for him.
That's the second time he had one. Troy Melton broke a bat. Kind of alternating colors, too. It was a colored bat the first time, and he went to a regular white one, broke the white one, and now went back to the black.
Another night game tomorrow night between these two teams, then 2 day games. It's Cater Montero against Spencer Arrighetti, who's having a very good year. Tigers will only see one of the same starters they saw in Houston last week. Same for the Astros against the Tigers. Strike one. Swinging a foul out of play on a cutter away. No balls and 2 strikes on Christian Walker. He has struck out, popped out to first, and a soft fly ball to left. That was another pop out, basically. Troy Melton started for the Tigers. Just outstanding through 6. Gave up a home run to Taylor Trammell, the only run that he allowed. No walks and 6 strikeouts and a lot of swing and miss. Walker waiting on the 0-2 on the way. Swinging a ground ball, chopped to third, hits third base, and dies right by the bag. My goodness. Cole Keith was ready to throw out Christian Walker, and he just had to go over and pick up a ball that was bouncing around the dirt by third base. Walker hits the bag on a soft ground ball. Single with 2 outs. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio network. Boos of respect for Jose Altuve. He swings and pops it up softly to right field. Carpenter makes the catch. Last shot for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Astros add on a big run. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 2-0 Astros. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
There are
Welcome back, Dalton Varsho. Crawford out of the glove. Emerson to first. What a play. Tip the catch. Long way to go. Can he get there into a slide? He makes a spectacular catch. Lucas over made the catch. Diving catch in left. How about that? And leaping on the warning track to make the catch. Jacob Young after it. Onto the track. Near the wall. He's got it. And a diving putt from Stott. What a play
play by Wilson. Gets to his feet. Throw to first, and he got him. That's how we start the ball game.
He makes a sliding grab. First pot hits, then call.
This is a tremendous play.
That was outstanding.
From foul territory, throws to first in time. We've done that once or twice.
Reaches out, dives, and he makes the catch. Whoa, what a play.
Tarps on. Yeah. Hardest working players must have a game by Carhartt. Proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball. The hardworking people who make it possible. Troy Melton gets hardest working player tonight for 6 superb innings of work. Tigers are down though 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Enyel De Los Santos takes over on the mound. He's got 4 saves for the Astros. More hittable than some of their other back-end relievers. Kerry Carpenter leads off. First pitch, fastball outside at 95, ball 1. 2, 3, 4 hitters, Carpenter, Dingler, and Green, the guys you want to see up there.
Yeah, this will be now 3 out of 4 days of appearances. 3 appearances in 4 days. De Los Santos given up runs in his last 2.
Line drive foul. Oh, man, that was a hanging slider in enough that Carpenter pulled it well foul. Throw another one of those. Tough on righties, tough on lefties. Lefties have a little higher batting average, but no power. Righties have hit him for a little bit of power. The 1-1. Line drive deeper, but still well foul down the right field line. Another slider, Dan. He's hung too.
No stranger to the Tigers either. This is his 20th career appearance. He has a 1.83 ERA against the Tigers with 19 strikeouts, a whip below 1. Tigers have hit just 182 against De Los Santos.
He's with his 8th major league team. He's been with Houston the last 2 years. The 1-2, swinging in a foul. Then I say he's due to give up some runs. Giving up 3 home runs, 1 base runner brings a potential tying run to the plate. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. The 1-2, check swing. Did he go? Ooh, that was close. Yes. Ryan Addison on the appeal says no. Tigers still have life, and oh man, was that close.
Boy. You got to be strong to hold up, too, because Kerry had that bat moving, and right there about halfway through that swing just was able to stop it somehow.
Wow. Ooh. Christian Vasquez jumped out of his crouch as De Los Santos began his motion. He was clearly worried about getting crossed up.
Where was the, I didn't see the pitch clock, where the pitch clock was. Oh, it's going down, yeah.
Maybe that was it.
Yep.
And it actually should have been.
It should have been.
It should have been ball 1 or ball 3.
And that was that.
It was at 0 for a solid beat.
It was. He did not want it to go down to give him the full count.
The 2-2 again. Swinging a foul over the screen. That's a really nice foul. Change up that's diving away. 34th appearance of the year for De Los Santos. 4.67 ERA, but it's low walks. It's a strikeout an inning. 35 innings of work, and he's tough on righties and lefties. The 2-2. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow center field. Jake Myers comes in a little more, makes the catch. It looked like he might have been fighting it a little bit. We're not really at twilight, the period after the sun sets, but the high sky and the sun setting looked like it gave him a little trouble there for a moment. Or he was just trying to fool us. But that's a really good center fielder. He didn't look real comfortable going after that.
He was kind of teetering a little bit, as he was coming in for that. Yep.
Dylan Dingler's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Tigers need a base runner, down 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch, fly ball, deep center field. Myers back to the fence, looking up, gone. Dylan Dingler with his 19th of the year, deepest part of center field. Tigers are within 1, trailing 2-1.
Well, there again, that's why Christian Vasquez didn't want to go to 3-2 to Kerry Carpenter, give his pitcher a little bit of margin for error, because Dylan Dingler jumps all over that first pitch fastball and hammered it.
Wow.
Just to the left to straightaway center field.
That's a blast. That got this crowd on their feet. 25,000 plus. Riley Green line right to base hit, right field. Fielded on one big hop by Cam Smith. He jumped on a fastball. Sharp single to right. Tigers have the potential tying run on with 1 out in the 9th inning. Back-to-back good swings from Dingler and Green. And now the potential winning run standing at home plate in the form of Cole Keith.
And they're not missing these fastballs. Cole Keith has coming up here, has faced them, just has 2 plate appearances against De Los Santos.
Joshua Miller, the pitching coach, striding to the mound. Keith at the plate, a man on, a man out. Bottom of the 9th inning, Tigers now trailing 2-1. Tigers saw De Los Santos in back-to-back games in Houston. It was 6 up, 6 down with a couple of strikeouts in those 2 innings that he worked. Keith did not face him in those 2 innings.
When you talk about channeling that 3 home run game, boy, this would be the perfect time for it right here.
Keith 0 for 3 tonight. Hit the ball hard in his middle at bat. First pitch. Ground ball. Grabbed by Walker. Steps on first. Throws to second. Game ending. Unassisted 3-6 double play. My goodness.
Holding the runner on, and it goes right to him. Right to him. Right on the bag.
Wow. He's off the base. It's a double. Instead, inning-ending double play. Game-ending double play. Our final score, Houston Astros in the first of 4 beat the Tigers 2-1.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success should